Who was Thaddeus in the Bible? Thaddeus. The Bible, a trove of profound narratives, is replete with intriguing characters. One such figure, often overlooked, is Thaddeus, one of the 12 apostles of Jesus Christ. Yet, the question persists, who was Thaddeus in the Bible? A man of many names, including Lebbaeus and Judas, not Iscariot. Thaddeus' story is marked by steadfast faith, selfless service, and an enduring legacy, despite the scant attention he receives. Understanding Thaddeus' journey gives us invaluable insights into the early Christian community and the apostolic mission. So, let's venture into the biblical past, unraveling the mystery and recognizing the unique contributions of Thaddeus. Who was Thaddeus in the Bible? The unsung hero. What's in a name? That's a question for the ages, isn't it? When we delve into the pages of the Bible, we often come across names that spark curiosity. Thaddeus is one such name, a figure shrouded in mystery. The query, who was Thaddeus in the Bible, is often left unanswered or given a quick pass over. This article is set to change that. We're not just scratching the surface here, folks, we're going deep. Unraveling the mystery. How many apostles did Jesus have? Jesus, disciples, Christ. The Bible mentions a man named Thaddeus in the Gospels of Matthew and Mark. He is one of the 12 apostles of Jesus, but not much is known about him. Who was Thaddeus and what do we know about him from the Bible? In this blog, we explore the identity of Thaddeus and the importance of his story in Christian history. Where does the Bible mention Thaddeus? The Bible mentions Thaddeus only twice. He is mentioned in Matthew 10:3 and Mark 3:18. In both places, Thaddeus is included in the list of the 12 apostles of Jesus. While the Bible provides some information about Thaddeus, also known as Lebbaeus or Judas son of James, it does not offer many details about his life and deeds. Most of what we know about him comes from tradition and non-canonical sources. Here's a table that outlines the main events and aspects of his life as suggested by both biblical accounts and various traditions. Event details call to discipleship according to the New Testament. Thaddeus was one of the 12 apostles chosen by Jesus to follow him and spread his teachings. Matthew 10:2-4, Mark 3:16-19, Luke 6:13-16, Acts 1:13. The Last Supper. Thaddeus was present at the Last Supper, as depicted in the Gospel of John, John 13:23, 21:20. In some artistic representations of the Last Supper, he is often shown as the figure sitting to the right of St. James the Less. Post-resurrection. Following the resurrection of Jesus, Thaddeus was among the apostles who witnessed Jesus' ascension into heaven. Acts 1:9-12. Preaching the gospel. Tradition suggests that after Pentecost, Thaddeus preached the gospel in various regions, including Syria and Persia. Association with St. Bartholomew. Some apocryphal texts and traditions associate Thaddeus with St. Bartholomew, suggesting that they traveled together on missionary journeys. Martyrdom. According to various traditions, Thaddeus was martyred for his faith. The details of his martyrdom vary. Some sources suggest he was killed in Beirut, while others indicate that he met his end in Persia. The method of his martyrdom is also disputed, with some sources suggesting he was beheaded, while others claim he was shot with arrows or beaten to death with a club. Please note that much of the information about Thaddeus comes from non-biblical sources, and the historical accuracy of these accounts is not universally accepted. What do we know about Thaddeus from the Bible? Unfortunately, the Bible does not give us any information about Thaddeus. He is simply listed as one of the 12 apostles. However, there are some early Christian writings that tell us a little more about Thaddeus. Is Thaddeus another name for Jude the Apostle? Some early Christian writings suggest that Thaddeus and Jude the Apostle may be the same person. According to these early Christian writings, Thaddeus is the Aramaic name for Jude. The Aramaic name for Jude is Taddai, so it is possible that Thaddeus is an alternate name for Jude. What does Christian history say happened to Thaddeus? The Bible does not tell us what happened to Thaddeus after he was listed as one of the 12 apostles. However, early Christian writings suggest that Thaddeus may have gone to preach the gospel in Mesopotamia. He is believed to have been martyred in Edessa, which is now part of Turkey. Who was Thaddeus in the Bible? The basic truth. St. Jude. In the simplest of terms, Thaddeus was one of the 12 apostles of Jesus Christ. That's right, one of the main men in the New Testament. But why does he not ring a bell as quickly as, say, Peter or John? Well, that's because he's been known by more than just the name Thaddeus. A tidbit will unravel in the sections below. To be fair, he's a bit of an enigma. Our Thaddeus. Thaddeus, a man of many names. Talk about a man with a flair for aliases. Thaddeus was also known as Lebbaeus and Judas, but don't confuse him with Judas Iscariot. That's a whole different kettle of fish. Some sources also refer to him as Jude of James. Now, these aren't just different names, they have significant meanings that speak volumes about his character and legacy. And don't worry, we'll dig into each one of them. The Apostle Thaddeus and his role. Jude. Thaddeus. Once he became an apostle, Thaddeus was no longer a spectator. He was smack dab in the middle of the action. Like the other apostles, he had a major role in spreading the teachings of Jesus. How did he accomplish this? What were his methods? These questions will lead us to discover the true extent of his apostolic mission. The calling of Thaddeus, an apostle in the making. Imagine being chosen by Jesus himself to be one of his apostles. It must have been a moment of sheer disbelief followed by unending faith. Father, grandfather, minister, missionary, deacon, elder, author, welcome to our family. View all posts.